Hey guys, today we're going to be discussing multimedia, how it can be used efficiently, and defining the overall meaning of multi or interactive media. We'll first start off by discovering multimedia or interactive multimedia. Multimedia is a multifaceted term that can be applied in many different areas in today's society, especially with the uprising of electronics and technology, with VR or virtual reality or AI being the most modern way to incorporate interactive media. As previously stated, multimedia is a broad term that can be applied in multiple areas to jumpstart and provide ways to learn, including but not limited to training, networking, advertisement, entertainment, or education. Defining multimedia. Multimedia helps facilitate a two-way flow of information between the users and the content provided, or solely through the other users themselves. Interactive media also helps individuals interact with each other through different types of media, such as video, auditory sources, or even sound, which are pretty much the same, but they can be used in different aspects. The 5 uses of interactive media we're going to be discussing today is training, entertainment, advertisement, networking, and finally education. Training in multimedia or by the use of multimedia allows organizations to efficiently and proactively train their students and or coworkers on the information provided without even being in the same room or vicinity. Here are some applications used to train: Google Docs, Zoom, Quizlet, WhatsApp text polls. These can also be used in the same vicinity as well, such as using flashcards on Quizlet or training games held within the room. This helps the learners enjoy and get a chance to interact with the work at hand with the people in the same room. We'll now move on to networking. Networking and interactive media go hand in hand. Networking is basically where multimedia started by the use of typewriters and the use of text in the early 1900s during the wars. Now it's a lot different than the networking today, but it gave them a chance to communicate with each other via text. This allowed them to get in contact with each other without being in the same vicinity. Nowadays, networking has grown into a technological giant that can be performed through just about any media platform, such as the following: social media platforms such as Facebook groups, Instagram DMs, WhatsApp, GroupMe, Telegram, and much more allow people to interact and communicate with each other through the use of electronics. Virtual reality includes VR chats, and Zuckerberg's recent addition of Workspace allows for virtual meetings and networking through the use of virtual reality. There are also interactive websites that allow for group accessibility and the ability to interact with others and gain their opinions and needs to have better and more valuable information. Now, these are all pretty much done through the use of electronics and technology, and the most popular being laptops or computers slash phones. The next thing we'll be discussing is advertisement. The use of multimedia by advertising gives a different outlook to traditional advertisement by integrating videos, music, or even interactable outputs to advertise their products. This allows for better memorable experiences for the users, which leads to better rates of purchasing products, courses, or the applications themselves. Platforms that can be used are playable ads, which allow users to experience the game or application before downloading. Interactive quizzes allows the users to understand which route to take or the product needed for their situation. Virtual reality is once again mentioned. It allows users to try on products virtually before purchasing, such as clothes or beauty products, and much more. And then, of course, social media. That's the main point of advertisement in today's world. It allows them to advertise different products, to collect data, and further marketing aspects to generate more transactions of their products. Entertainment is the second to last, and the way multimedia is used through entertainment or to entertain has has grown exponentially in the last few years with the rise of technology and electronics. Multimedia in all reality is entertainment itself, as most digital products allow for interactive experience to take place within the applications or platforms themselves. These platforms can include, but are not limited to, social media platforms such as Facebook, WhatsApp, GroupMe, Instagram, Snapchat, and many more. There are also gaming consoles that provide entertainment purposes through multimedia. These include all consoles such as Xbox, PlayStation, Wii, the mini PS, or Nintendo Switch. These all give multimedia a way to entertain the users. Virtual reality is the most recent and the most growing platform that has allowed people to be entertained. And then there are also streaming services that allow for entertainment through people discussing with each other and giving many ideas to be entertained. And then last but not least, we'll move on to educational purposes. The use of multimedia for educational purposes is also more prevalent in today's world as we are becoming more autonomous and reliant on technology to form our reality. Multimedia is being integrated in different ways every day to enhance our learning processes and gives us different alternatives to learning. This allows for an even playing field in the educational realm and gives everyone a chance to learn at more of their own pace by using specific platforms that we'll discuss momentarily. Before that, I will discuss how I would use interactive media for educational purposes, which is virtual reality. Virtual reality will allow us to dive into environmental applications that allow us to access virtual simulations, including dissecting animals, mechanical work on vehicles, surgeries, and much more. It's a pretty wild concept to understand, but it is the next wave of movement. And then the second way I use AI personally for educational purposes through multimedia is AI. This helps me find specific answers on just about any topic I can think of, which furthers my understanding on many different topics and aspects of life. And then gaming services. This will allow me to apply real world situations to interactive groups via games or chats and gives me a different alternative to learning through listening to other people's experiences. And then finally, I would use online digital learning platforms such as group quizzes on Quizlet, flashcards on Quizlet, or tests on Quizlet to be more involved with the class and further understanding and gain further understanding of the topic at hand. There are many more educational ways that multimedia can provide us to learn. It's up to the user to find which way helps them the best. And then, in short, multimedia provides many different sources to further our educational purposes, along with job training, networking, business advertising, and entertainment as well. Now, it can be seen as a double edged sword. However, with the correct understanding and use of multimedia, it can be used to advance our society drastically. And then I decided to put a picture of a robot and a human shaking hands because that's pretty much what multimedia has turned into with the use of AI and virtual reality. I want to thank you guys for watching, and here is the academic journal I used to further my understanding on multimedia and how it has provided us multiple different outputs and inputs on life. Thank you again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed.